Hey, you fucks. Thanks for, checking out the videos, showing a little bit of support. How about you take it to the next level and show us some love over there on Patreon, huh? Huh?
Yo, 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 yo. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another the YouTube Zors on the YouTube stuff. Oh, wait. I should say this beforehand. Okay, on the last vlog, or on the last rant, I had to stop and pause twice. So just remember that I did that. And when I did the pop-ups, I did it with the hand things too. Okay, good. Do that. Okay. Yo, 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 yo. What the fuck is up there out there on the YouTube Zors? You go by Papa Tico, coming to you from some yakiniku place. What the hell was this place called even? What was this place even called? Oh, that's the Itaguchi. But I saw somebody just leave out of this side, so that's fine. But hey everybody, how you going? How you going, mate? So I'm Papa Tico, and welcome back to my mixtape. Hi everybody. I'm Papa Tico. Welcome to my gay reality TV show, where I have sex with men for money. Anyway, I'm in, as you can see by that bus, I'm in Kawasaki City right now. And, yeah, I just got done eating some awesome Japanese barbecue with my hot gay dad. This is the thing, like, you get so, like, that's the thing, like, you get so involved, not so involved, but, like, you get so used to speaking Japanese that you can, like, be edgy. And you can, like, speak your mind in Japanese and stuff, right? So it's like you can just talk about what you want to talk about and shit, right? This looks familiar. Is this where the Kawasaki warehouse used to be? I don't know. The only time I went down to Kawasaki was to play at that warehouse. But oh, Pikachu bus. It had a great ball on there. Cool. But yeah, anyway, I don't come down here that often. And yeah, like, I have a friend who's an immigration lawyer here, and I wanted to record us talking, but I decided against it. I was like, you know what, it's fine, because I haven't seen him in like a year, and it's not his fault. It's like, I'm a dick. I don't want to go out when it rains. Oriental Pearl said, TK Sam goes out and he doesn't like it because he melts in the rain. And that is true, and it is ma'am, okay? It is ma'am. Mashong Pyeon Ta, okay? But yeah, anyway, today was good. Oh yeah, guys, do me a favor and, smash the like button, do a Patreon, do a Patreon. Sign up for my Patreon. I don't get any money from, Google AdSense, so please do me as the Patreon stuff, and yeah, do that stuff, and it's good. And also, if you don't want to do that, then look, I don't make any money off Google AdSense, so I really appreciate it when you guys sign up for the Patreon and whatever. And then also, yeah, Google AdSense, like super chat. Give me a super chat. Super chat of the week. Boom. Yeah, there you go. Super chat of the week. There you go. And we're going to take this Ichigoro. We're going to take this number 1 road all the way back to the Shinjukus, or at least the Tokyos. Yeah, this is the thing. I guess I could, like, go around here and I could ride around for a bit or whatever, but I don't want to. I don't want to. Do you want to? Because I don't want to. Okay, it says, like, it says the next road is number 1. It doesn't say this road, right? I always get confused sexually by the road numbers. But anyway, yeah, guys, these rants are supported by viewers like you. So if you want to do me a favor, then smash the like button, and spend money. And if you don't want to spend money, help me out by smashing the like button and leaving a comment. And I guess the question of the day is, why are you gay? I want to know, guys. Just tell me. Don't give me that I was born that way. Just tell me who touched you. Come on, was it Jesus? Was it your uncle named Jesus? Come on, tell me. What kind of question is that? Okay, look, my question is, how do you guys get around? Do you have a car? Who's your daddy? What does he do? Does he have wood? Does he put wood on the walking paths like this? You know, what is your, you know, how do you get around, you know? Let me know. I'm curious. I'm bi-curious. Let me know. And, yeah, I don't know. This is another rant where there's no real, like, fucking, there's no real topic. Well, I mean, the topic is I'm going to tell you guys what I talked about with my lawyer friend. And, yeah, that'll be the topic. But, yeah, man. Oh, that was so good. I don't know why, dude. Like, he always, like, whenever I'm with him, he's like, I want to feed you. I want to feed you. I think it's just because, like, he's a skinny dude and he doesn't eat that much. And I asked him, I'm like, are you, like, into this, like, with your wife? Is your wife a big fat chick or something? And he's like, what? No. My wife's a normal-sized chick. And I'm like, what's normal size? He's like, oh, normal, you know, like 60 kilograms or 50 kilograms. I'm like, okay, yeah. And he's like, well, you're just a big fat guy, you know, and I you know, like to feed you, you fat fuck. I don't know, just shit like that. But, yeah, that was just, it's funny. But yeah, we went to this, he's like, what do you want to eat? And it's cool, you know, he's like a lawyer. I never expect him to pay. I always bring enough money so I can pay for my own stuff. But he's just like, that's a Japanese thing. If you're older, you should, like, from his point of view, he's like, if you're older, you should have money. And if you have money, you know, if you're out with somebody who's younger than you, if they're working like a regular job like you are, then you would have more money than them, so you should pay because you're the older one, you know, like you're like when they have money, when they get older and they have money, hopefully they'll do the same thing to people who are younger than them. And I mean, I've done that too, you know, like that's one way I've become Japanese. Like I work with college kids sometimes, and you know, when they're it's not all the time, it's not like every week or something, but yeah, like sometimes, like every couple months I'll invite them to go out, and I'll take them to a cheap izakaya, and then I'll just, like, it's $100 or whatever, and I'll just pay for all of it. And I'm like, yeah, dude, you know, like I always tell them, I'm like, when you have money, just do this to the people that are younger to you, you know? Like that's one part of Japanese culture that I really like, that makes me sad that younger Japanese people don't want to partake in. Like, they don't want to partake in in like going out and drinking with their senpais anymore. You know, at least I've heard that. But who knows, right? But coffee. Oh God, coffee. Why won't they let us be together? Coffee. What did we ever do to thems? But yeah, I mean, like, I hadn't seen that guy in a while. And I was like, shit, it's such a nice day outside. I'm at least going to go ride my motorcycle around, get spaghetti, you know, let spaghetti go for a walk. You know, I'm taking him for a walk, a little motorcycle-y walk. And so I was like, yeah, I'll just go out and have lunch. And, like, the cool thing is, like, you go out to have lunch and it's not really that, it's not that big a thing, you know? Like, and, like, you don't, like, luckily I was talking about this on the last rant, how I'm like, you go out places and all they have is like seed oils and fucking margarine and shit. And But you know, when you're going out and just eating meat and vegetables and rice, it's pretty easy. God, we ate so much food, and God, Japanese barbecue is so great, because unlike barbecue in America, I mean, American barbecue style is still good, but it's just Japanese style. They let you customize everything, and I really like that. Oh, hey, there's the Toshiba building, huh? I didn't see that coming in. Look, there's that big book off I rode past. You know, it says it's a big super book off, but it doesn't look that big. The one that they had in Chiba that I went to was bigger than that. But anyway, yeah, no, I mean, it's just like, it's cool, because like you go to the yakiniku, and like in America, fucking shit, god damn it, I took my sweet ass time and now I'm late. God damn it. Oh, I had to pump the brakes. I had to pump them. I had to pump. Ugh. I had to go, sorry. But yeah, you know, it's cool. You know, it's nice. But anyway, yeah, it was cool, because it's like, with the, you know, with stuff like that, it was really easy. Like, you just go and, like, they have all these different dipping sauces and shit. You got lemon, you got spicy, you got miso, You've got salt. You've got wasabi. That was like, I think, the first time I've ever tried yakiniku with wasabi. Like I always put wasabi on sushi. So, you know, like that's the thing. It's like when I go out with friends, I prefer to eat, like, you know, I don't want a hamburger or Mexican because I know I can make it better at my house the way that I like it. So I prefer that. But, you know, it's like I'm in Japan. I want to eat Japanese food, you know? But, I mean, oh, guys, look at that. That is an office building, and it's a high school? That is just one giant fucking high school? Wow. Okay, let's let these guys pass. The guy behind me is rushing up pretty quick. Look at that. That is beautiful. It's all that greenery. People golfing and shit. Oh, it's such a beautiful day outside. Fuck my ass and call me Susan. Oh, and like the funny thing is, like, I'm not doing anything special, you know? Like, I went out, saw my lawyer friend. We talked about all this Trump shit. I told him why it was going to be. I was telling him how I don't really like how Japanese news is very liberal leaning, and how it's, you know, how they kept fucking like saying how Kamala is so fucking awesome, and how Japan wants to take in more refugees and shit, and all this bullshit. And I was complaining about how Chinese people don't even live here and they're buying up a lot of land. And you know, it's great too because, like, you know, he's an immigration lawyer. He's supposed to be on the side of foreigners, but even him, he's like, dude, you know, like he was saying how some of the people that come over, not all of them, but some of the people that come over, like, they're not smart, you know, and like they run into money problems, and like, you know, they don't save their money and stuff, because like he was telling me how like he'll get like lawyers usually they just want to they just want to work with people who have a lot of money, you know. They don't want to deal with regular cheap ass motherfuckers, you know. And so it's like he's like, he either works with like rich people or corporations or companies, and all these companies, they're bringing all of these foreigners from all over the place, like Sri Lanka and everything, all over the place, to come and work in Japan. And so he gets paid for doing all the paperwork for everybody, that like all these people that are working for that company and shit. And and so, like, you know, he gets more money because it's more paperwork, right, to do. But yeah, I mean, like, there's special cases and stuff too, where he's talking about like how like a foreign woman, her Japanese husband dies or whatever, but she wants to keep her legal status in Japan. Like, what does she do? I mean, like, basically all this stuff you could do yourself, but if you have a lawyer, they know the information more. And look at this. It's like a little mini coupe. Look at this little car. She even has like a fan. She has like a fan built into that. That is so cute. Austin Cooper. Look at her being all fucking Wahlberg up in here and shit. Italian job. But anyway, just, oh god, what a beautiful day. It's always so good, like, just to get out and breathe in some fucking nature and shit, you know? Just really work the shaft, you know? Work that nature shaft. It's so good. You go up and down, you know, a decent amount of pumpage, you know? A liberal decent amount of pumpage, you know? Not too far, not too fast. Just a decent amount. Ooh, what is that? Thai and chofu? Cool. But yeah, it's been a nice week, you know. I get to go out, I'll make 2 of these rants or whatever, and then fucking you know, do the thing, make these rants. Then I get to go home, and I can do this, I can import this stuff later. I mean, like, I'm thinking like, oh, is there something I want to do to go outside? And I'm like, well, there's not really any places I want to stop in between here and there. I was gonna stop at my friend's place in Nakameguro, but I didn't know that today, like, his kids are like there. He has like one that's a toddler and one that is he has a toddler and one that's like in elementary school, and they go to 2 different schools, and his wife is working, and he's just going to be bouncing all over the place, which is fine. I mean, he has a car. I usually just get in the car and hang out with him and the kids while he's out doing this stuff, but like, I'm like, I don't want to do that today. Like, I'll come over, because I let him borrow my Zelda. And I've been watching a lot of Zelda gameplay footage online, and I'm like, I kind of want to play Zelda again. But whatever, what are you going to do, right? I don't know, I've been wanting to, like, play more video games, just because I've been adding more stuff to my Anki decks, and it's all stuff from, like, real Japanese shit, you know? Like, from video games and shit, like Persona 5 or whatever. And it's been fun. It's been fun to review those. And it's nice. And look at this. Look at how big this fucking place is. This is just for pachinko. This is just for gambling. That is so fucking sad. That place is bigger than the electronics shop. That's how many people are fucking gambling. Like, I was interviewing my buddy Kazu the other day, and he's like, yeah, he's like, it's good that they don't have casinos in Japan, because if they had casinos, then Japan would be really fucked. He's like, Japanese people love gambling. You know, and he's like, oh God, look at that McDonald's too. Look at that. It has multiple drive-thrus, bro. Bro. You fat fucks. Don't go to McDonald's. I know. I lived your life. You do not need to go to the Mickey D's. God, I'm so happy I put Tiger Balm on my leg earlier. It feels so much better. It feels so much better. Like, my leg was all fucked up. I'm telling you guys, you gotta get some straight up, like, you know, fucking sketchy ass fucking Thai. I think it comes from Thailand. Thai Tiger Balm, dude. I just rubbed that on my fucking leg, and just, like, the pain. I mean, the pain didn't go away 100%, but a lot of it went away. But then I was stupid, and I forgot that it stays on your fucking fingers, and I washed my hands like I normally do. But when you wash your, like, when you have when you put Tiger Balm on your stuff or whatever for your hands, you gotta, like, wash them, like, multiple times of really strong soap. And I didn't notice that, and I washed my face and washed my eye, and I'm like, and it's really fucking annoying, because my ear, you know, I got really sick like a week or two ago, and my ear has been, my right ear, I can still hear out of it, but not that well. And yeah, I mean, luckily I have plenty of time. Like, after this, I'm gonna go, like, once I get back home, I'll park spaghetti and go to the ear doctor. Hopefully I don't need an appointment there. And, like, I really hope I didn't go deaf. I really hope I didn't go deaf in that one ear. Like, I looked on ChatGPT, and it's like, yeah, if you have anything with your ear, you should go to the doctor immediately. And it's been like a week and a half since, like, I had that horrible ear infection. And I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, well, if you just wait it out, I bet it will be better. But, like, I don't know, it will give me some peace of mind to talk to a doctor and be like, am I gonna recover from this, or am I only gonna be able to hear like 60 to 70% out of my right ear from now on? Because it's fucked up, dude. Like, my eardrum just feels like it's been stretched and, like, extended, and, like, you know, like, extended and put back in like a fucking like an accordion, man. It just I don't know, like, will it recover? Will it be better? Like if I get some medicine, will that fix it? Because, like, it's so weird, man. Like, I you know, everybody who's I did, like, a live stream today, and Coffee, bless his beautiful New Jersey heart, he like, he was telling me, you know, like, I was like, Coffee, what are some words of wisdom to leave everybody with? And he's like, look, like, you know, he's like, until my health went bad, because he was smoking like 2 packs of cigarettes a day, and then, like, he couldn't breathe one day, and they put him in the hospital, and he had to be on a ventilator for like 5 days. And he's like, I didn't know how good I had it, you know, so you gotta, you know, don't take this shit for granted. And yeah, I mean, like, I'm lucky it wasn't my eyes or anything, but, like, dude, my fucking ear, man, like, I can't hear it. Like, I can, like, it was so, like, it was annoying. Like, I'm talking to my lawyer buddy, and, like, he's saying something, and you know, like, I'm kind of turning in, I'm turning my head to, like, eat my food or whatever out of my rice bowl, and I couldn't fucking hear what he was saying. I'm like, shit, like, is this permanent? Oh my god, that fucking sucks. But hopefully it's not a big deal. I mean, fuck, I mean, worst comes to worst, they have hearing aids now and shit. But I don't know, I've never had this issue before, and it's scary. But anyway, we still got plenty of time left. my lawyer buddy was like, you know, recently I do a lot of jobs outside of Tokyo, and he's like, my friends are all busy, they all work, and he's like, so I don't really get a chance to hang out with my buddies that often these days. But he's like, if you're willing to come where I am, he's like, I'll buy you lunch. And I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Like, you know, yeah, fuck you, that sounds good to me, man. And so yeah, I was like, okay. And he's been doing a lot of jobs near Chiba, I guess because there's factories or something out there. And so he's like, dude, I found a really good sushi place recently. If you come all the way out there, I can, you know. He's like, is that too far? And I was like, dude, if I have to like ride 2 hours one way, that's too far. But like to go from Shinjuku to Chiba using the regular roads, that's not that far at all, especially during summer now where it's nice and warm. Like, yeah, it's fine. Ooh, the coughing. Oh, man. I wonder if I go to the ear doctor, if he can give me, like, some, like, in general coughing medicine. Because it's like a doctor's a doctor, right? You know? Like, I mean, there's a difference between asking a dentist for, like, some cough medicine and asking, like, an ear doctor for some cough medicine, right? I mean, it's gotta be, right? I don't know. Shut up. Anyway, point is, yeah, I was talking to him about how the freedom, like, you know, the thing is like when you can speak Japanese but you just don't know the word, so you have to explain it, but you want to use the word. You want to use the word, but you can't use the word because you can't. Like, I was trying to say freedom of speech, and I'm like, you know, 喋ること、何でも喋ることは自由で言えることはできるからの、なんていうか、その権利? And he's like, oh yeah, the freedom of liberty or whatever, you know, to do what you want kind of thing. And I was just telling him how the left are a bunch of fucking hypocrite douchebags who don't want, like, it's like a cult, so they don't want to fucking, oh my god, I was going to go that way, and then you fucking sped right in front of me, you dick. You white Mercedes, is that? I don't know, douchebag. But, yeah, it's just like, you know, Japanese people, they're not plugged into this shit like we are. Nakanobu. Oh, shit. This is where my buddy Juan lives. I should go say hi. Should go say hi to Juan. I don't remember where his new house is. Shit, I haven't seen him in forever. Should I go? If I go to his house, though, I'm going to be there for like an hour or two. And the ear doctor closes. Shit. I can come back down here again sometime. I'd like to go to his house, but it's just my ear. My ear, like, I can't keep putting this off. I gotta go to the doctor. This is not bueno. I've seen things that are bueno, but not bueno. But yeah, I mean, like, he didn't know anything about, like, how, like, you know, like, why Trump is sending, like, you know, the gang members, like, specifically, like, illegal immigrants that were gang members to those prisons. He didn't know that the prisons are, like, private-owned prisons and shit in America. Like, I was just filling his mind with a bunch of righteous-based stuff and shit, and, yeah, that was just fun, you know? Like, I mean, that's the thing, like, that I really appreciate is that, like, my Japanese, especially if I just spend the time at home watching American TV shows, like, my Japanese level goes up and down depending on how often. It's like a muscle, right? You know, just because I can read something or write something doesn't mean that I was able to, like, to speak or whatever that well or something. Like, you know, the cool thing is like, we were talking, we're having a normal conversation, and, like, I understood 99% of what he said, and then when he said some word or something that I didn't understand, I'm like, what does that word mean? And he's like, oh, that word means, I don't even know, what word were we talking about? Shit, I can't remember, but, yeah, you know, like, the cool thing is like, we're just having a normal conversation, right? Like, we're just having a normal, I mean, like, you know, in Japanese, they have, like, what you call it, like, you know, they got keigo, tenego, all this shit, like, you know, proper ways of understanding how to be Japanese and stuff. And, like, for the most part, you should learn how to speak politely here, but when it's, like, among friends or something, you don't really need to, I mean, the way that I look at this, right, is that even though I've been here for a while, even though I speak Japanese, I'm always going to be a foreigner. And that's not a bad thing, though. I'm always going to be a foreigner in this country, no matter, like, you know, for my whole life. Like, it's not really going to change. Even if they import a lot of foreigners here or whatever, it's not really going to change that much, at least for me. So, you know, if everyone sees me as a foreigner, but I can talk to them normally, then like, and they expect me to not know the levels. I mean, like, the thing is that, like, I know how to talk. I know the different, like, statuses or whatever of people, like when you're talking to people that are older than you, or people that are like higher than you in a company, or like the other company that you're talking to, kind of thing. I know how to do that, but for the most part, people expect you, at least when you're not at work or in a working environment, to just talk normally, like talk like a foreigner, because that's oppositely, it puts them at more ease, I think. Because like if you're gonna do the whole jab, I mean, and don't get it twisted though, guys. I think that you still should try, at least when you're learning Japanese for the first couple of years, try to be as close to Japanese as possible. Like try to basically be like a spy. Like, you know, make them think that you grew up here because your Japanese is so good. But then you can do what like people like you know, you can do people like what people do, where it's like, okay, well, they're just going to be acting Japanese or whatever. But I mean, there's like an evolution to it, right? You know, like you either act Japanese and then you work for a company where I think a lot of people in Japan, they let people treat them like shit because they put it under I mean, it's the same reason why you know, you let people with no boundaries with people, right? You know, like I think a lot of foreigners that try to become super Japanese, they get it all mixed up. They think that they have to have no boundaries because they need to be culturally sensitive to Japanese people or whatever, right? So like they're not gonna, you know, like if somebody's an asshole to them, they're not gonna call that person out on being an asshole, kind of thing. Because I mean, like young James was talking about this in one of his vlogs, about how like there was an older guy where he worked and he was just being a piece of shit to people, and young James didn't want to be rude, and so he's just trying to be nice. And it's like, no, dude. Like in Japan, like even for Japanese people now that are young, that are growing up, they don't put up with that shit anymore, dude. Like nobody puts up with that shit anymore. Like if you're gonna fucking act like that, like nobody cares. So like the whole thing is that if somebody's a piece of shit or an asshole to you, you know, feel free to call them out. It doesn't matter if you're trying to be Japanese or not. Like I think that the people that I know that have been successful in becoming Japanese and kind of maintaining that Japaneseness is that they get to the point where they're working at a Japanese company, and then they transfer or they switch over to a foreign company that's based in Japan, if that makes sense, because the salary is better, the expectations are different, they have more holidays for people. You know, Japanese companies are changing, but they're still like kind of slow about it. And so, you know, like there's this whole, like, you know, like in America they talk about people having white guilt and shit, right? Where it's just like, oh yeah, my ancestors did something bad to you, so please just like, you know, beat me up and make me kiss your feet, kind of shit. In Japan, I think that like Japanese people, not the newest generation, but generations before that, they were like, oh man, I'm so happy and lucky to have a job. Like, thank you so much for this opportunity. You know, let me just fucking get down there and slobber it and say thank you and ask for more. But it's like now people, I think it's just thanks to younger generations, now that they're exposed to like TikTok and shit, and they see how it is differently throughout the world, they have higher expectations. You know, it's just kind of like chicks in America being like, if you're not rich and 6 foot tall and huge dick, I don't want no part of it, Obama, kind of thing, you know? Which is funny that people are complaining about it these days, because I guess hasn't that always been the case in America? Like people like expecting too much and thinking they're awesome, and then, you know, getting angry that they're not getting those results that they didn't work for. But yeah, I'm just saying that like in Japan in general, like you got to have gauged expectations is all I'm saying, you know? And if you really want to get to the point where you're really Japanese, but you still want to be making money and getting respected, it's probably better that you work for a foreign company instead eventually. That's still mostly Japanese people, but you know. But when I first was like trying to really get into Japanese, I wanted to be 100% in a Japanese environment. I didn't want anybody to use me for my English, or like have the expectation that because I'm a foreigner that I'm gonna do stuff in English for them. Like I wanted to be 100% Japanese. But then I realized like how shitty Japanese people get treated, and like and how much bullshit they put up with, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to do that anymore. But you guys that are learning Japanese, you have to do that though. You got to do that shit. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to turn there. That was an emergency. I had to turn there. I didn't mean to do that. It was just that, you know, I had to do it, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Mazda, I want you to know that I'm sorry. We forgive you, Tico. Thank you, Mazda. You've always had my back. Mazda? Yeah, sure, whatever. Shut up. Yeah, my other buddy lives in Nakameguro, but again, like, he's out of the house all day. And he's just bouncing around with the kids. Oh, yeah, I gotta go. Well, you know, my one daughter, she's got to go to the preschool, and I'm gonna go pick her up, and then my other daughter, she's gonna come back. But my younger daughter, she had the school lunch, but my older daughter, she's got the bento. But we're gonna eat together, and then we got to take her to Swedish school. And I'm like, God damn it, shut up. I'll come a different day. I just wanted to pick up my goddamn Zelda. I wanted to pick up Zelda because I want to play it. What the hell does that have to do with anything? Because I can't see. You son of a bitch. Oh my god, I just smelled weed. Somebody over there was smoking some herbage. See, that's the thing. If you're a veteran weed smoker like me, God, it's just, you can smell it. I don't understand when people say they don't like the smell of weed. Weed smells amazing. It's so good. It's like the most stinky herb ever. And it's beautiful, and it loves you. And it wants you to feel good. Don't you want to feel good, baby? Don't you want to feel good? Papa Weed's gonna make you feel good. Help. What is that? Q image quality 109. I'll give you some of the quality image in 109. I don't know what that means. Green pants. She had green and black and white pants. That's a beautiful combination right there. Cash baby, what it does. Anyway, yeah. I don't know, just talking to the lawyer about all this shit. So fun. You know, he's all telling me that, like, you know, he gets a lot of contracts now for, like, mass importing people for businesses here because there's this Japanese population, the Japanese population crisis, you know. You've got two bad things happening, you know. Well, three, technically. You've got a lot of, one, the yen is weak. So a lot of fucking tourists are coming over here, and if there's a lot of tourists, that means some of them are going to be fucking prick assholes and do bad shit, like kick the deer and, you know, fucking write graffiti on a 1,000-year-old temple and, you know, all this shit. And then secondly, because the yen's so cheap, all these fucking assholes that have money are going to come in here and buy land in Japan. And I just found out that you don't even need a visa to buy land in Japan. I thought you at least needed a visa. Nope. You fucking believe that? And so yeah, people are basically getting like 150 on the dollar here if they want to buy land. And so yeah, like a bunch of people are buying up land, not just in, like, I mean, they're buying up land in all of the fucking in all of the nice ski resorts and all the places that have water and forests and natural resources. And it's just like, what the fuck, bro? Luckily this is Japan, and they can eventually, like, reverse those decisions and maybe, like, give those people back their money. I don't know. But, yeah, we were just talking about that. And, like, how some politicians, they don't want first generation nationalized Japanese people to become politicians because, well, one, Japan can't force you to give up your citizenship. And in Japan, you're supposed to only have one citizenship. You're supposed to have only one. You know, you get Japanese citizenship, and then you're supposed to get rid of your whatever citizenship, right? And but the thing is, they can't force you to do that. 強制的にはできないけど. So it's like, instead, what they're only threat. Oh my God, what is this? There's a guy. What is he doing? Oh, he got in a car wreck or something. Okay. So they can't force you to give up your old passport. But the thing is that if they ever find out that you're still a citizen of a different country, they can not only take away your Japanese citizenship, but they can kick you out of the country. And but the thing is, most of the time they don't do it because they don't care. They don't care. They're all bureaucrats. They don't bother to look into shit. They don't give a fuck. And so, it's like all these Chinese people are coming in here, and they're getting Japanese citizenship, and Japan's worried, like, oh fuck, like these guys, if enough Chinese people come over here, because life here is way better. You know, that you don't have people constantly watching you. You know, you don't have the government constantly watching you. You don't have to like show every fucking little purchase you make to the government or something. Like, you know, it's a lot more free in Japan. The quality and the safety is better. So of course these fuckers come over here, and then they can buy land, even though they can't buy land in China. And yeah, it's bullshit. It's really fucking bullshit. And I don't like it, not at all. But yeah, anyway, you know, but it's fun because like I don't really get to talk about this kind of level of like you know, like politics or business or something with a lot of people. But this guy, he's older than me, and he's always dealing with like either like really smart or rich. I mean, this is the thing too. Just because you're rich doesn't mean you're smart, you know? Like a lot of people are just inherited money, you know? They've got inherited cash. That's all they really care about, kind of thing, you know? But yeah, it's just like Skiji sushi ski. Yeah, sushi call. I don't know, it's weird. Japan, like I'm seeing so many more foreigners around than I used to, you know? And it's like when I first see these foreigners around here, I'm like, how are they living in Japan? You know, like how are they living here? They obviously don't read or write Japanese, and they don't speak Japanese. Like they obviously don't, like, you know. So how are they living here? And it's like, oh well, the only real like answer that you can think of is that they just have more businesses now that are foreigner friendly, foreigner oriented. Hey, that's where the giant Starbucks is here. Huh. I feel like I knew that, but I didn't know that was right next to the Don Quixote. Yeah, because that's like not in the front. There's like a Toyota rent-a-car. Hey, I heard that's supposed to be like the best Starbucks here. I don't know. I mean, like I go to Starbucks in Shinjuku, but yeah. I don't know. People are always like, you shouldn't go to Starbucks. And I'm like, well, what's the alternative? You know, we've got Hoshino Coffee, we got Dotor, and they're all right, but Starbucks is they usually have like the best seats, the best seating, the best locations, and the drinks aren't that bad either, you know. But I only go to Starbucks when I have private lessons. That's like the only main time I go. But yeah, I mean, like all these foreigners that are coming here and they're getting by just fine, that just means that they have a lot of services, you know, that they can use. They have a lot of services that they're using in order to, you know, like for example, like get an apartment or, you know, like, I don't know, I think about it how it's like 20 years ago, if you had foreigners that don't speak Japanese, but they're here by themselves, they're not here like because a company ordered them en masse to come here, like the factories and shit. If you have all these people that came here, right, but they're like individually, then that means that they're wealthy enough that like they're like Silicon Valley type people, you know? Because the people that don't have money, like the foreigners that come here individually from non-English speaking countries, like they learn Japanese pretty quick. You know, like almost every Russian person I've met in Japan, they all learn Japanese fairly quickly. Same thing with like Chinese people, well, the non-rich Chinese people. I've met a handful of Chinese rich people that they spoke English, but they did not speak Japanese. And I'm like, yeah, you know. I mean, it's just, it goes back to that like whole like saying where it's like, it's more for me, less for you kind of thing. Why? Because I earned it. You didn't earn it. You just came in here with a Game Shark code that gave you a head start, but you didn't even learn the basic attacks. But you got like one of the like best weapons of the game. You don't even know how to play with it. Anyway, my hair is all in my face. I hate it when my hair's in my face in the fucking helmet. But anyway, yeah, nice. We're back in Tokyo. That didn't take too long, huh? That was pretty nice, you know? Got to go out, get that food, go to Kawasaki, talk to the hot, sexy Japanese immigration lawyer about this. Oh my God. Did some asshole get stuck? Did some asshole hit some other guy's car? It's a bad time for hair to keep coming in my face. Yeah, I guess some guy bumped into him. Really? You bumped into him. There's no damage. Why are you taking up half the fucking... Oh, yeah. Also, I'm like, today I'm like off. I'm off a little bit because I fucking, like when I went to Yakiniku, normally I take the GoPro out of my fucking helmet. I forgot to do that. I normally, when I park, I take the keys out of my bike. I forgot to do that. Luckily, the bike wasn't turned on. But, yeah, I was just so caught up in the feelies of seeing my friend for a while. Like, after, like, almost a year. Like, I think I saw him last, I don't know, last year during summer. And so, like, it's been almost a year. Ichinen choto gurai? Yeah. もうそろそろ1年ぐらいになるんじゃない? Yeah, so, but anyway, yep, it's all good. Number one in the hood, G. Yeah, it's nice. Very nice. Very nice and sexy. God, my whole body is just filled up. My stomach is all filled up with beef, rice, veggies, and desserts. Well, I got pudding. I got this like weird raspberry pudding thing. And then I've been to that cafe. That was all right. I got this weird cheesecake thing and this French toast. That wasn't that bad. Again, the guy was just feeding me. He was like Method Man. He just sewed up my asshole. Just kept feeding me. But it's good. I'll take a nice, comforting, huge shit later, and that'll be cool. But yeah, God, like, it's just great. Like, look at this beautiful weather here, you know? It's just nice. I got my feelies out today, you know? And then, I got something in my eye. Fucking bullshit. Ugh. Don't you hate that? When something gets in your eye? When you're riding on your motorcycle. Okay, are you gonna go? Because I need to get in here. I need to get right in. Okay, thank you. I squeezed it right in between them butt cheeks. There you go. Yeah, dude, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Whew. So yeah, I don't know. Very nice day. Very nice day. I'm happy that you guys finally get these motorcycle rants back, and I'm still. We'll do an experiment, you know. From now on, when I'm out on these motorcycle rants, I think I'll just use like a thumbnail from the actual rant, and then like I don't know, just to show you guys like, hey, Dad's on a bike. He's on a bike rant, doing a bike rant. He's not at home doing a home rant. He's doing a bike rant. I don't know, guys. Like I feel so unrehearsed. That's why I didn't really have any topics for these for this and the last rant that I make, just because I wanted to spiel while riding on the bike, you know. Like some people, they can talk very coherently and like, you know, on topic, like Prozzy and you know, Serpent ZA and Lao Y86. Like those guys can talk on topic about stuff and stay on topic. But for me, at least for right now, today, I just wanted to like, I'm trying to get the juices flowing, you know. The juices were not flowing. They needed to gush. They needed to surge. Just a couple of Italian guys drinking surge. And, I don't know, I've been looking up a lot more recently. Like, look at that. Look at that. It's like brown sandstone looking ass fucking apartments. And then you got these apartments too. Like, look at that. You move in there, and what's your view? Your view is just literally like a tree, cars, and like other buildings. Like, that's so boring, you know? I don't know, why would you try to get, like, why would you want to be on the top floor of that place if all you're looking at is that shit, you know? It does not make sense. If the Wookiee lives on a planet with a bunch of Ewoks, you must acquit. Look at the monkey. Look at the little monkey. Ah, head explodes. No. Let me hear you say, oh, no. And, you know, I still want to make these rants at least an hour long, though. So I will probably either splice these in with me talking at the end of them, either at home or walking around or whatever. We'll see. It will be fun, though. Definitely be fun. I'm happy, though. I filled up spaghettums. before I before I left today. So he's got a full stomach too. I've got a full stomach. We're gonna see how the quality is of the microphone for the rants once I go back home and import this shit from the mini SD card. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be ma'am. Hey, look at this. It's nice to see people wearing fucking bicycle helmets. I don't know why people don't wear bicycle helmets. Like, that is the number one easiest way to crack your fucking head open. And people just don't want to wear helmets here. I don't understand. It's the most important part of your body. You lose your head, you're dead, you know? And everyone's like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. No. Dude, you're like worrying too much. It's obviously like very fine. And it is, ma'am. And I'm like, bruh, ambulance. Oh yeah, that was another thing too. I told my my lawyer friend about the whole Anthony Carmelo situation back home, and how like all these black racists are just like, I know you killed that white kid, but he deserved it because he's a white devil. Here's some money. Go buy a mansion, you fucking beautiful king. And I was like, yeah. He's like, why isn't a race war happening? I'm like, well, no, I mean, I think that's the thing. Like, you know, you push people too far and they're eventually going to be angry and something's going to happen. And he's like, what? And I was like, I think white people are getting too tired of being told that they're the assholes and everything, you know, after all this shit, and like not being able to defend themselves. Like, fuck that, you know. And I don't know, it's just, I told him it's going to be interesting, you know. Like, I love just red pilling Japanese people. It's so fun. They live in like such a bubble here, you know. And if you could teach them the ways of the bubble, of outside the bubble, then it is good. And it is, ma'am. Oh shit, I needed to go to Gyomu today too. I needed to go to Gyomu and get more cheese. I'm almost out of cheese. But it's Wednesday though. So if I wait 1, 2, 3 more days, then after school I can go to Gyomu. So I don't know, my hair's all funky right now. It's all in my face. And I don't know how long we've been recording for. Almost 50 minutes. Scheißen. Das ist unten ist Scheißen. And it is, ma'am. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to pull over once I get over to there. And then I'm gonna stop the rant, and I'll probably just switch over to At Home Sam or something, you know, because I gotta fix my hair and shit anyway. And I can go to Gyomu later on, so it's not that big of a change. It's like, oh, you should go today. I'm good. It's fine. I got enough cheese right now. I got these cheeseburgers, man. I'll suck your dick. What? Ugh, no. Man, I got these cheeseburgers. These cheeseburgers, man, right outside the Luck office, because we're just so full of luck. But anyway, yeah, guys, thanks for always all the support, all the wonderful sexiness, and I'll switch over to House Sam now. To my House Sam. Boof.
Okay. Now we're back at the House Sam. We're with the House Corey. Corey's in the house. Yeah, I got me one of them House Corys too. It's pretty good. Anyway, hey guys, it's just Dad checking in here. I want to make these rants like an hour long, right? And so like even if I'm out and on the bike for like less than an hour, I'm like, okay, well I'm still gonna fill up the rest of the hour with like talking at home, right? And God, I woke up. And like I've been waking up on and off all night. I couldn't get solid sleep for some reason. And I'm like, I'm sitting here right now, and I've just been working on importing and like editing these the bike rants of like the first one and the second one I did when I went out to Kawasaki. And I was like, well, you know, I was in Kanagawa, so why not? What not better to use Kanagawa B-roll than Shenmue? So I'm like, yeah, that's good. But anyway, I thought I might just end this with, it's like, you know, I know that this was kind of like, I mean, it wasn't like anti-foreigner. It was anti-foreigner who disrespects Japan by, like, you know, taking advantage criminally of the stuff that happens here. And I just saw on, like, on social media, there was this what is it, like the Japan Today posted that like long-term detainment of foreigners is still an issue with law revision, and it's specifically talking about, or it's referencing the Sri Lankan woman who died. Like there's a Sri Lankan woman who like she married some like Nigerian guy or something, and she overstayed her visa, and like he beat her really bad, and then when she went to the cops to be like, my husband's beating me, they're like, yeah, okay, let's take care of that. Also, like, can we see your gaijin card? And she's like, ah, and like, they're like, oh wait, you've overstayed your visa. Okay, we got to put you in, some detainment center, and you know, the thing is that in Japan, like, if you committed a crime, right? Like if you committed like selling drugs, or like, you know, or you like violently attack somebody, they'll just deport you, you know. Like it's same thing with like overstaying though. But I mean the thing is that like if you did like crime, like drugs, or like really violent shit, they want to keep you in a Japanese jail. They want to keep you in a Japanese prison, to kind of like send a message too, you know. But if you just simply overstayed your visa, they're going to be like, okay, well, we're putting you in this detainment center, and then we're going to just send you back home. And like what a lot of foreigners don't understand, that try to, especially like the left-leaning, like liberal foreigners don't understand, is that those people do not need to be detained. Like those people are like, oh, well, I'm like a refugee in Sri Lanka, so like I can't go back home, and then they just try to wait it out. So hopefully by some miracle they're allowed to just leave the detention center. And anyway, this woman had gotten beaten so bad, and I guess she didn't get enough medical attention or whatever, and you know, it's like and the immigration people are just like, yeah, we gotta, like, you know, they were just, I mean, like, you know, I'll call a spade. Like the immigration people did not do good. Like this woman was in obvious pain, and like they had video footage of it too. Like that's the thing, you can't deny it, right? And she's like, I'm in pain, please call, like, take me to a hospital, like I'll stay here, just like fucking help me. And they just didn't do anything, and then she died in her bed later. And you know, I think that, yeah, it's like when you are in charge of people and you're holding them hostage pretty much, like, you know, like that's what prison is. You're just holding them hostage for a certain amount of time, right? And it's like you still need to give them medical care, though. Like if you're not doing that, that's just Nazi concentration camp type shit, right? So yeah, so like like her parents, or like her family sued, and I think the court decided that, yeah, like the government has to pay them compensation, and they should. You know, you killed somebody, which you obviously, like, you could have easily just taken her to the hospital, had her checked out, and then brought her back, but they were just like, nah. And I understand why. I mean, I can assume why, and it's because there's two kinds of foreigners. There's the ones that, like, freak out and, like, yell and are extremely emotional, and then there's the ones that are not. And Japanese people, they're very, like, calm, you know, for the most part. I mean, they do have their own freak-out sessions sometimes, but for the most part, it's, like, samurai, monk country, right? Like, I've never seen anybody treated well for freaking out, you know, and being emotional, like, having an emotional outburst. Like, Japanese people react a lot more patiently and kindly when you do not freak out. And yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know. I wasn't in her situation, right? So I can only imagine, like, maybe she, like, if you're in pain or whatever, no one's paying attention to you, how you'd feel. But I mean, the whole point is that, like, a lot of people don't want to go back to their country, so they just choose to be in those immigration detainment places versus just being sent back to their country and then being free. Because most of these people, they don't even go to jail when they get back to their country. They just get sent free or whatever, right? And so, you know, there's this one guy who, what is it? It's like, there was this one dude in a reply to the article, and he was like, it's good, man. Like, you've got all these fake asylum seekers. Like, you know, like, the guy's like, you've seen what they've done to Europe. They basically fucking turned Europe into like a rape, like crime-ridden hellhole, you know? And it's like, and I'm not just saying this based on shit I've seen online. I'm basing this on people that live in Europe, and it always seems to be the people that are like, oh, this isn't really happening, are the people that are in like the small towns where, you know, like, it's kind of like gated, not even if it's gated community, but it's just like it's isolated, you know? They don't have you know, they don't have the, not authority, but it's like they're not in the place where that's happening, So of course they're like playing down the matter and stuff, right? And so, like, yeah, this one guy's like, dude, like, I live in Europe, and, like, Japan is good not to let in these refugees and deport people that are fucking not supposed to be here and shit. And then this one guy's like, Japan likes child porn. Japan uses Korean sex slaves. Japan, like, Japanese soldiers forced, Okinawan people to kill themselves. Like, you're defending the Japanese people. And the guy's like, I live in Europe too. I don't know why. It's not supposed to be like a Sal Goodman. Oh God, it's not supposed to be like a Sal voice. I'm just thinking of like a whiny guy who's like, you don't know what you're talking about. I just replied with you sound like a guy who never goes outside, who's telling everybody else how to live. So good luck with the keyboard preaching. But it's just, I mean, the whole point is like, you have reality, and then you have the reality that you wish for, right? It's like that bad Santa quote, shit in one hand, fill wishes up in the other, see which one fills up first, And, it's just, you got to be pragmatic about this stuff, dude. And, like, no matter what country you go to, at what time in the universe or whatever, there's always going to be, like, sketchy people doing, like, dangerous shit and stuff, right? But the whole point is, it's just like, it's like those people that get angry. Like, I saw a clip of, like, Connor from the Trash Taste podcast, and he was throwing his buddy Ludwig under the bus. I thought they're supposed to be Broy McBroskis, and he's like, Ludwig was just checking out an abandoned place. He wasn't hurting anybody. He's not, like, camping there or whatever. And he's just checking out a place, and, like, this Connor guy's just throwing his buddy under the bus. I mean, no surprise, right? The same guy who put Hassan Piker on his fucking podcast. People like that don't have a spine. But anyway, it's just like, he's all complaining that he's like, when you do this, that means other people will do this, and that'll make good foreigners like me, who follow the rules all the time, look bad. And it's like, dude, be the change that you want to be in the world, right? If you're confronted with racism or xenophobia or something, the best way to do is not get angry. But it's like, that's the moment when you gotta, like, it's your responsibility to, like, show that you're not that stereotype, It's like, it's like all these black people complaining about that shit in America, how it's like, oh man, like, but white people be racist towards, African Americans. And I'm like, well, just don't be like the fucking guys that are freaking out, and just be human, be a normal person. And then, like, people won't judge you unless you're being a fucking asshole who's, like, assaulting people and shit, and freaking out and acting like a fucking child. So, I mean, the same thing here. It's like, if you're worried about Japanese people being racist towards you, you just got to remember that you're your own person, Like, you're responsible for your own reputation. If somebody, like, treats you badly or whatever, it's, you've got the responsibility to yourself to not be that stereotype or whatever. Like, I like being a walking stereotype when it comes to American characters on TV, right? Like, I'm a big, bulky guy. I bleach my hair blonde, and I speak, like, gaijin-y Japanese sometimes because it's kind of like a panda bear, right? Like, Japanese people are like, oh, they have certain expectations and predictability when it comes to, like, a foreigner like that versus, like, the actual real foreigners. But oppositely, because I'm kind of acting like the stereotype that they see that's a positive one, I'm like, they're a lot more comfortable around me, and then I can show them more that I speak Japanese and that I can actually talk to them and stuff. And it's just like not having entitlement, and I really don't like it when these people that don't even fucking live in Japan tell, like, they're like preaching to other people about how Japan is bad or something, and then on top of that, there's people that come to Japan, and then they're just like, oh, well, I broke the rules, but, like, Obama said I don't need to, they're like, can I still stay here? It's like all those people that were protesting against, like, America and shit that are, like, study abroad students in America, and then they get kicked out, and they're like, hey, they're like, fuck America, America sucks, and then they get kicked out, and they're like, wait, I wanted to stay here, like, what are you doing? And it's just like, yeah, man, like, like, you come to a country and you start talking shit and you treat it bad, then don't expect when they're, like, don't expect kindness in return, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, more people need to have fucking common sense. But anyway, with that being said, guys, that's the end of this TKO rant. We're probably going to do a live stream right after this. So thanks always for watching. Secret comment of the day is forklift. Type that in to let me know you made it this far. And, yeah, smash like button, and I'll see you on the next one. Yeah, buddy.